करंट अफेयर्स एक हमेशा चैलेंज रहा है। आई मीन, if you look at the whole preparation process, I think one of the biggest known problem is how to manage newspapers, magazines, and importantly अगर आपको पता भी है करंट अफेयर्स और आप पढ़ रहे हैं उसको आंसर्स में कैसे यूज किया जाएगा। So current affair I think is one of the biggest challenges, and if you look at the questions जो अब पूछे जा रहे हैं, my recommendation is the change in approach to study current affair is more relevant today than it was earlier. So I have this model of how to prepare current affairs in what I call as think like a policy maker. जब कोई भी इशू होता है, कोई इवेंट न्यूज़ में है या फिर कोई भी स्पेशल प्रोग्राम लॉन्च हुआ है या फिर किसी तरह का डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, आप उसको एक पॉलिसी मेकर के एंगल से सोचें। एंड व्हेन आई से पॉलिसी मेकर, this is somebody who can think 360 degrees, somebody who can link the issue to many different aspects which is otherwise ignored by most people. तो एक systems approach चाहिए current affairs पढ़ने के लिए। For example, अगर आप conventional देखें how people study current affairs, what they do is they're happy with compilation of notes. वो कहीं से उठा लेते हैं compilation और compilation का size बढ़ता चला जा रहा था। एंड जब आप एग्जाम दे रहे होते हैं, यू आर फेमिलियर विद दोज टर्म्स, यू आर फेमिलियर विद दोज पर्टिकुलर डेवलपमेंट्स, लेकिन आप उसको आंसर में इनकॉर्पोरेट नहीं कर पाते हैं। इनफैक्ट बहुत बार इवन प्रीलिम्स में करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ा तो होता है, बट चॉइस देख के यू गेट कंफ्यूज्ड because the approach of studying current affairs is very mechanical. Somebody gives you notes, you memorize it, फिर न्यूज़पेपर आर्टिकल का समरी बना के आप उसमें छोड़ देते हैं। इवन इफ रिवाइज द कंटेंट रिपीटेडली, यू नॉट हैव द डेप्थ रिक्वायर्ड फॉर आंसरिंग व्हेन यू नीड टू अप्लाई करंट अफेयर्स। करंट अफेयर्स जो लीनियर प्रिपरेशन है, जिन करते क्या है, वी हैव एन इवेंट, उसका इंफॉर्मेशन नोट कर लेते हैं, उसका प्रॉस एंड कॉन्स लिख के हम याद कर लेते हैं। बट वो जो इवेंट है, आप उस इवेंट को लिंक करें विद डिफरेंट कंसेप्ट्स। हर इवेंट का कुछ स्टैटिक कंसेप्ट होगा, हर इवेंट का कुछ policy dimension होगा, every event will have certain impacts, every event is linked to maybe cross subject associations also. So UPSC अब क्या हुआ पूछ नहीं रहा है, it's not asking what has happened, it's asking do you understand the system around what is happening, do you understand the linkages around the event that is happening. Example आप ये क्वेश्चन लेके देखो, the traditional, the old model of asking IR कैसे था, discuss the key areas of cooperation between India and Japan. So आप बाहर कर लेते डिफेंस, ट्रेड, टेक्नोलॉजी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड ओवर। But look at this year's questions. The 26 का मेंस क्वेश्चन जो था, the question was very tricky. It asked, examine the strategic and the economic implications of global trade shifting to the Indo-Pacific. ये अटलांटिक फोकस था, उसका जो शिफ्ट हुआ है इंडो पैसिफिक, उसका इम्प्लीकेशंस क्या है, उसको एग्जामिन करो। एंड इसमें ट्रेड आएगा, इसमें सिक्योरिटी आ जाएगा, इसमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इकोनॉमी आ जाएगा, it impacts population, it impacts even the concerns around demographic development, conflicts को impact करने वाला है। तो this is not simply a linear thinking, you require multi-dimensional thinking. I was particularly impressed with the question where it was asked, why must public health program design account for gender concerns? हम पढ़ते तो हैं जेंडर इशू क्या है, जेंडर प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है, जेंडर के क्या हमें इश्यूज उठाने चाहिए एज अ पार्ट ऑफ पॉलिसी इनिशिएटिव। We understand sex ratio, we understand the problem of female participation rate, but look at how we have framed this question this year. It says that discuss why the health programs must be designed around gender concerns. You must not only know the health programs, you must know कि gender concerns के links क्या क्या है। Gender concerns link with labor participation, gender concerns link with child and child health, gender concerns link with issues of environment, agriculture, gender concerns ka health is also linked to overall development in terms of half of the population hai. So population, demography, employment, environment, agriculture, itna bada linkages hai. You cannot simply list down the pros and cons of women issues alone. Okay, ऐसे ही interesting question was also examining the trend of public expenditure on social services and its impact on inclusive growth. तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, we study in silos. Education में क्या हुआ, health में क्या किया, gender issues में क्या किया, what are we doing probably for skilling, what are we doing for taking care of maybe backward or less privileged communities. But this is asking कि बताओ ओवरऑल पब्लिक एक्सपेंडिचर का क्या इम्पैक्ट है सोशल सर्विसेज में, क्या इम्पैक्ट है इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ में। So you have to apply the budget considerations. You have a sense of across years how the budget allocation has changed in the social sector. Across years, how the budgetary provisions has been changing, shrinking, expanding across different social sectors. This is far more deeper than simply knowing what we are doing and some data you pick up from budget. So I have a model around which you can prepare current affairs. एक तो any news or any event you have, you must definitely map it to the static part of syllabus. वो होना चाहिए. Okay. उसके बाद it's a series of linkages you must develop. Linkage with stakeholders, who are the ones who are benefiting, who are the ones who are losing, what institutions are involved, and very importantly also know कि कहाँ पर problems हैं in terms of bottlenecks. What are those roadblocks in the success of that particular development जो भी हुआ है, वो trade हो, economic हो. And also develop an art of or a focus on challenging what is happening. The counterpoint है. This is like a canvas you can use. And ये जो challenge वाला part is very important. In fact, these are the 6-7 important challenges which are always at loggerheads. Growth versus environment, efficiency versus equity, security versus liberty, technology versus employment, development, displacement. So जितने भी issues हैं आपके current affairs के, see if you can map the development on these tension lines. कोई भी डेवलपमेंट होगा वो कभी ना कभी ऐसे इश्यूज को खींच के इट मस्ट बी क्रिएटिंग सम पैराडॉक्सेस. This becomes a very good analytical point. Like say think of Indo-Pacific. What does it do to growth of Indo-Pacific and environment of Indo-Pacific? What does it do to technology and its adaptation? And what is it doing to employment generation? What is it doing for centralization and domination of few powers? And what is it doing in terms of involving probably smaller countries? तो ये जो अगर आप टेंशन के साथ अगर आप एसोसिएट कर पाए टॉपिक को, you have better insights. So I call this as a new software, a new operating system on which the current affairs can be studied. You have the news, map it with static concepts, identify stakeholders, identify what operates as a part of mechanism, know the bottlenecks, the trade-offs, and finally the way forward. It is not simply pros and cons and listing down the facts. And a core important tool that I would like to suggest is asking questions called so what questions. Any earthquake hua? So what? The earthquake has happened. Any program launched? So what? The program has launched. Any judgment the Supreme Court has given? So what? Okay, what because of that judgment? Any treaty India has signed? So what because of treaty? So what in terms of what will it change? So what in terms of who will it impact? So what in terms of क्या mechanism है which is being overhauled or it is being developed? So what in terms of क्या consequence होने वाला है? The so what question is a good thinking tool for current affairs. So essentially current affairs has to go beyond the domains of any one topic or subtopic. It is cross paper. In fact, realize कि paper 1 में they're asking questions linked to paper 2 and paper 3. Paper 1 में they're asking questions which has linkage with ethics paper also. वैसे अगर environment पढ़ रहे हैं, you cannot ignore geography, you can't ignore social issues. Economy, you can't ignore the factors of constitutions. You can't ignore geopolitics in economy. So if UPSC के papers blur हो रहे हैं in terms of boundaries, your current affairs must also have this multi-subject approach. Your current affair must also have this multi-dimensional approach across subjects. And I can demonstrate this. अगर आप Uki के subscriber हैं, you can log into Uki, you click the current affairs, it can take up to articles. Say I've taken an article this time, so OBC layer ka criteria and some judgment. Now, if you scroll down, you will directly have one summary called as key takeaways. Key takeaway is exactly what the article is telling us. आप आगे जाके देखोगे, there are some other sections. Why is it important for India? Okay, social justice है, career trajectory of civil servants है. It's about efficiency in administration. It's about some judicial pronouncement and how that can impact social justice. It's about how judiciary interprets a creamy layer. And data facts be included hai. So facts of judgment and some numbers. And there's a section towards the end called as UPSC strategic point. These strategic points are those deep discussion points. These are those which you engage in for a good quality answer and you engage in probably for interview also. So अगर आप UKI use कर रहे हैं, this multi-dimensional and deeper way of studying current affairs will be very easy for you to follow. Keep watching me and see if you can implement some of these methods of studying current affairs. Current affairs is not a separate subject anymore. करंट अफेयर्स को पढ़ने के लिए आपको उस टाइप का अप्रोच चाहिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ थिंकिंग स्किल्स, सिस्टम स्किल्स. You need to take current affairs more as a part of going deep rather than simply vertical silo-based jottings of kya hua with pros and cons. Keep watching me, Shabbir from Educami.